Good morning, boys. It is 6:46. Oh, I just got done at the gym. Honestly, not a bad day today. I did a fasted arm workout, and wasn't bad. I usually don't fast, but for some reason this morning I was just like, oh, I don't want to eat. I'm just, kind of didn't feel that great getting up, and then I moved around a little bit. I was like, all right, I feel good now. And I wanted to eat something, and I was like, I don't even want to eat. So yeah, I did like a fasted workout. Not bad though, not bad at all. But this morning, I was about to leave, and I had my Bible sitting on the countertop, and I occasionally read it in the morning, but usually I'm so disoriented, I don't usually read it, and I didn't read it this morning, which I should have. But that reminded me that I'm doing all these car talks, and I read the Bible every day. I occasionally talk about religious things on my Instagram stories and whatnot. But I've never actually been opened about my faith and about what my stand is on it. And I feel like I've never talked about my relationship with God and my relationship with Christ. So I figured today I was like, because I saw it on the countertop. I was gonna read it, and then I was like, oh wait, I still need to talk about this, because I haven't talked about any of this yet, and I feel like a lot of people need this. I mean, you could get away with not going to the gym, but you can get away with not, doing the things that you're supposed to do, for a short period of time. But I feel like if you don't have a good relationship with God, I feel like your life could almost seem empty. Because I had gone through that before. There was a period of time in my life where I wasn't religious. I didn't really believe, and my life in a sense felt empty. And as soon as I found God and started to really pray every night and really kind of develop a better understanding of my faith, and ever since then, this is actually not even that long ago, probably 3-4 years. And I had always been, I went to a Catholic school my whole life, and I was surrounded by it, but for some reason, because I'm assuming because it was a subject in school, I was just get it away from me. And I felt like I had never really embraced what it was actually teaching me at a young age, which I should have. And up until a couple years ago, I had just been off and on, praying here and there, and then reading the Bible here and there. But up until most recently, I had really, really started to believe so much more. And whether you think this kind of talk is corny or whatever, I don't really care. I'm going to talk about it anyway. I had been going through some things a couple months ago, and at this point I had in a sense believed, but I'm not going to say what the particular predicament was, or the tough time that I was going through, but I had such hateful thoughts in my head, and I had obviously never openly expressed my hateful thoughts, but I had it was hateful thoughts on others, hateful thoughts upon myself, me genuinely just being negative about myself, And those times, like, I was literally in the shower, and then I was drying off, and then, like, I had such, like, negative thoughts, and negative thoughts, and negative thoughts, and negative thoughts, and it's just, like, my nose started bleeding. Like, I had, like, usually, like, my nose bleeds. Like, I have seasonal nosebleeds. Like, my nose gets dry as fuck. It'll bleed. But it was moist as fuck in my bathroom. No chance it was dry. No chance. And my nose just started, like, and it never bleeds, like, profusely. Like, literally bleeds. Like, literally, like, I was losing blood. Like, a lot of blood. And I had never gone through this before, but I was literally like, holy shit. Like, maybe this is a sign from God that I should stop being so negative upon myself and stop being so negative on others. Because like, I was literally like, I thought I was going to die. I was losing so much blood. Like, literally, this has happened, like, out of nowhere. Literally just, it was like ridiculous. Usually, like, when it bleeds, like, seasonally, it'll, like, a few drops here and there. Like, I'm sure people know what I'm talking about when I say, like, a few drops here and there. But, like, I was literally like, holy shit, like, trying not to make it look like I died in my bathroom. And I finally, like, got control of it. And I was holding it and holding it and holding it. And I was like, holy shit, like, what the hell just happened? And all of a sudden, these negative thoughts just, like, left me. Like, I had nothing bad to think about myself. I had nothing bad to think about others. I had nothing, like, really bad to think at all at that point. I was literally just sitting there like, what the fuck just happened? It's just, the only thought in my mind was like, this has to be a sign from God to stop being so negative and stop being so hateful towards me and others. I said that already, like, a couple times, but this moment, I was just like, holy fuck. Like, now I, like, really believe. And I literally was like, I was in my bathroom, like, sitting on my ground, like blood's all over me. Like, I finally got it to stop. I'm just covered in blood. I had to get another shower. I'm just like, I'm in awe. Like, I'm literally like, holy, like, I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. And then I went in my room after all that happened, and I played. And I probably played for like 45 minutes. And after all that, after I was done playing, I felt such a relief. I felt like the stress that I had been going through those past couple weeks, the hardships, the negative thoughts, the things not going my way, everything just all of a sudden seemed like it just went away. It just poof. Like, I started to get more positive. I started to, think highly of myself. I started to treat others, not that I didn't treat others with some people, others with respect, but there was certain few that I was just like, obviously, when I had, like, I'm even speechless, like, thinking about it now. Like, I had nothing negative to think after that moment, and I was just like, holy cow, like, this is really real. And, I finally, after that moment, I started reading the Bible every day, trying to get a better understanding of the Word of God. I started to play every night, every morning, and as this was happening, like, as I started getting into the routine of just redeveloping my faith and relearning, in a sense, the teachings of Christ, my life just, all of a sudden, things just start to fall into place and go my way. And as all this is happening, I'm just like, there's no this can't be a coincidence. This is not a coincidence. I have found God again. and I have rediscovered my faith. That is why I am able to tackle the tasks every single day that I don't want to do, but I still do anyway. Because I know that I have a duty to serve God. And I know that if I don't do the things that I know that I'm supposed to do, I'm going to be judged by Him. And I hate that. I hate that. And I don't want to let, and I truly, I don't, like, thinking about that, I don't want that to happen. I know I sin every single day. Like, in this video, I've swore a couple times. I've already, it's 7 o'clock, and I've already sinned. But, none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. None of us are ever going to be perfect. But the development of your faith determines how your life is going to go. If that makes sense. You ever notice, people that shy away from God and, naysay God. Oh, it's not real. Oh, it's one big hoax. I've met tons of people like that. And upon them saying that, I always noticed, you have no substance. Talking to you is like talking to a fucking brick. Like, you got no personality, no substance, no nothing that's making you interesting. And I'm not one to judge, but I have a feeling, because you're so dull as a person, is because you don't have that faith in yourself. If you just had faith in yourself, and you had faith in God, and faith that you can make everything work out, then you're gonna make shit work out. I'm gonna make shit work. Because I believe that it can work. And I believe that it already happened. That time just hasn't caught up yet. And you may think that saying is corny, but that's the way you have to think. If you want things in life, you have to think and think and think and manifest those kind of things. And I will go into that. I could go on for days about manifestation. I could go on for days about that shit, and I will cover that in a different video. But if you don't visualize and actively live as like the person you want to become, then you're not going to become that person. If you don't find faith, listen, God is always going to be waiting for you. Whether you decide to find God at 12 years old or 24 or 50, He's always going to be waiting for you, because He knows that you either may come or you may not. Well, He knows. Nobody else knows. But He knows whether or not you're going to come to Him or not. He's the all-knowing. He knows what age you're going to be. He knows what time. He knows the situation you're going to be in. He knows the exact moment that you're going to flip the switch and decide, okay, I'm now turning to God. He knows that exact moment. Months ago, He knew that I was going to have these negative thoughts about me and others. And He made... and it's even like, I'm stumbling over my words even thinking about it, but I want to say He literally made my nose bleed profusely all over my fucking bathroom. And it's, I don't know, it's like, as I'm actively thinking about it, it's still just nuts to me. It's still nuts. And it's crazy. but I encourage all of you, if you're watching this video, if you're not watching this video, you might see a clip on my reels. Try to at least seek faith. Just try. I'm not telling you to commit fully, but just try. Try going to church. Try picking up the Bible and reading a few pages. Try praying a little bit. And see how much better you feel. See how much stress that you relieve. And just feel how much weight is lifted off your shoulders. I love you, boys. More car talks coming soon. Today I didn't even have this scripted at all. I really don't have any of these scripted, but I have like a rough idea of what I want to talk about. But I was thinking about it last night. I was like even this morning about talking about faith, and even like this morning I was like, okay, I definitely have to highlight on this. So that's exactly what I did, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching that or listening to it. But more car talks coming soon, like I said, and without further ado, I will see you in the next vid.